General Hospital spoilers tease that Tuesday, July 23 episode will be another exciting episode of drama, suspense, and mysteries for fans as new storylines begin and others begin to wind down. First, Jasper Jax, Ingo Rademacher, is talking to Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, and he seems suspicious of Nina. Perhaps Nina has been doing a little surveillance work and thinks she hasn't been observed, or Jax has overheard something she has said to someone else, mentioning his name. Jax looks at Nina and asks her, "Why do I get a feeling there's something you're not telling me?" More than likely he is getting that feeling because there is something that she's not telling him, and she has her reasons for not telling him.
Nina recognized Sibley as the psychic that her late mother, Madeline Reeves, Donna Mills, used, and she warned Ava that Sibley was a fraud. But then Sibley had a message from Madeline, to Valentin. She had relayed the message: use the tweezers next time. Valentin had a flashback to when he took something from Madeline's dead body that would have viable DNA for him to be able to fake the DNA test that was supposed to be between Nina and Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, so they would match up as mother and daughter. No wonder he's giving Ava such a dirty look at that remark.
Even though she told him it was Diane Miller, Caroline Hennessy, not herself, who did internet research on him. He had also sought colleague and friend Dr. Kevin Collins, John Lindstrom, advice on what to do if he found himself getting close to a patient. But then Christina Corinthus Davis, Lexi Ainsworth, needed to confess her pledge she'd made to Shiloh Archer, Kobe Ryan McLaughlin, to her mother, and wanted to do it in a family therapy session, so he okayed that. So where do Neil and Alexis go from here?
Laura Wibber, Jeannie Francis, tries to comfort her daughter Lulu Falconeri, Rylan, who is completely blindsided over divorce papers she received from her husband, Dante Falconeri, Dominic Samprogna. She tells her it boils down to two things: she can either give Dante what he wants, or she can fight for him. Of course, Laura will encourage her to fight for him. Dante, however, may be thinking he will never be back to normal again and would rather see Lulu move on and be happy with someone else, than to wait and see if he will ever be healed. In the meantime, Dante's parents, Olivia Falconeri Quartermain, Lisa Lo Cicero, and Sonny Corinthus, Maurice Spinard, are just as blindsided as Lulu is upon hearing the news that Dante sent her divorce papers without even warning or reaching out to them either.
At the floating rib, Shiloh Archer, Kobe Ryan McLaughlin, after making bail, has headed over to the floating rib where Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and Drew Kane, Billy Miller, were having a bonding session over lunch. Jason had gotten a call from Sonny, warning him that Shiloh had made bail when Shiloh had come into the floating rib on Friday's episode.
Many people became rattled throughout Port Charles during Friday's episode of General Hospital. Spoilers going forward tease that the news that Shiloh made bail and is free again will continue to shake things up all over town.
Meanwhile, next up is a confrontation with Drew that becomes physical. During Friday's episode, Shiloh made bail thanks to Daisy's help. He wasted little time in making sure others in town knew he was out of jail. Shiloh crossed paths with Drew at the floating rib and the discussion between the two grew intense.
What happens besides Shiloh flashing back to that time during their military service and Drew grabbing him? That much isn't known yet, but this situation is generating speculation among viewers about what the dynamic historically had been like. Shiloh has been eager to get his hands on something or some information Drew had at that time, and Drew's memories remain erased from that part of his life. While all of this seemed to have been dropped for a while, General Hospital spoilers have hinted that this would come back up again and could turn out to have an immense impact on current happenings in Port Charles.
So, if the rumors about his exit are true this time, will the show's writers reveal more about Drew and Shiloh's history before Miller leaves? Viewers are eager to see Shiloh taken down because of all of the chaos he has caused for so many people in Port Charles. His release on bail was a big setback, but General Hospital spoilers tease that there is a lot more on the horizon that will cause him problems. Fans are anxious to see how this dynamic with Drew and their past will figure into it all, and it looks as if everybody will learn more soon.
But Jax is a pretty perceptive guy, and he'll tell Nina on Tuesday's episode that he gets the feeling that there's something she's not telling him. Nina will no doubt try to deflect attention away from what she's doing, but Jax will probably be left with the feeling that something's just not right there. How long until he figures out what Nina's up to, and what Valentin's up to?
Next, on the new episode of General Hospital on Tuesday, July 23, Neil Byrne, Joe Flanagan, will sit down for a conversation with Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, It looks like Neil may decide that he can treat Alexis after all, as it certainly seems that they're having a therapy session. Spoilers say that Alexis will be looking for closure about something, and Neil will offer advice. He'll suggest that she put something to the test, so it looks like he's willing to help. Meanwhile, Sonny Corinthus, Maurice Bennard, and Olivia Quartermain, Lisa Lo Cicero, will react to the news about Dante's petition for divorce. They'll be stunned to learn not only that Dante wants to end his marriage, but also by the news that he shot Peter August, Wes Ramsey. The distraught parents will hate to hear that their son is in such bad shape, and they'll likely wonder what they can do to help Lulu.